Two people work at the same company. They sit in neighboring cubicles. Both are 35 years old, and both earn exactly $80,000 a year. The first person, let's call him Mark, drives a new SUV and lives in a trendy downtown apartment with floor-to-ceiling windows. His Instagram highlights expensive dinners and weekend trips. Mark looks successful. He looks rich. The second person, Sarah, drives a 10-year-old Honda. She lives in a modest, well-kept duplex in a less glamorous but perfectly safe neighborhood. Her social media is mostly pictures of her dog and occasional hikes. Sarah appears average. Fast forward 25 years. At 60, Mark is still in his cubicle, stressed by looming mortgage payments and facing another decade of work before retirement. Sarah retired at 48. She spends her days traveling, volunteering, and managing the 7-figure investment portfolio she quietly built. What happened? The difference wasn't their income or luck. It was a choice. Mark chose to look rich. Sarah chose to be wealthy. And the most important lesson you will ever learn about money is that you can rarely do both. Today we're talking about why looking poor is the single most important strategy for building real, lasting wealth. You've felt it, that little knot in your stomach after payday. You earn a good salary, maybe more than ever. But after mortgage, car payments, and credit card bills, there's almost nothing left. You're on a financial treadmill, moving faster but getting nowhere. This is modern society's great lie. We're taught to signal success through possessions. A nicer car, a bigger house, an expensive watch. So when you get a raise, the first thought is often, I can finally afford a better car. Or, we can upgrade to a bigger house. This is lifestyle inflation, the silent killer of wealth. A $10,000 raise might boost take-home pay by $600 a month. But a new car payment could add $400, a new apartment, $500. You're now $300 behind monthly, despite earning more. You look successful, but your financial reality worsens. It's a caricature of wealth, all costume, no substance. This cycle creates immense anxiety and traps you. You're tied to a high-stress job by high-stress bills. A broken furnace or unexpected medical bill becomes catastrophic. You have zero margin for error, possessing wealth's symbols without its security. But there is a different way, a quieter, more powerful path. It's the path Sarah took. It's based on a set of simple, unbreakable rules. Let's call them the 5 rules of financial invisibility. Rule number 1. Weaponize your biggest expenses. Most personal finance advice obsesses over small stuff, like lattes. Saving $5 daily isn't bad, but it's like a teaspoon fixing a sinking ship. The real damage, the giant gaping holes in your financial hull, comes from 3 things: your housing, your transportation, and your food. The big 3, the surprising fact. The millionaire next door found typical millionaires live in modest, middle-class homes for over 20 years. They avoid massive mortgages or trendy zip codes. Their cars are similar. Experian Automotive shows 61% of those earning over $250,000 don't drive luxury brands, opting for Toyotas, Hondas, and Fords. The median car price a millionaire pays is just over $30,000. This works because it's a game of percentages. Your big 3 expenses are your biggest levers. Intentionally keeping them low frees up a massive portion of your income. It's not about being cheap, it's strategic. Using our example, Mark and Sarah both earn $80,000 a year. Mark spends 50% of his take-home pay on his fancy apartment, new SUV, and expensive meals, a huge chunk gone before saving. Sarah consciously capped her big 3 at 30% of her take-home pay. This created a massive income-expense gap, which she filled with investments. Let's run the numbers. With a $60,000 take-home, Mark's 50% spending is $30,000 annually. Sarah's 30% is $18,000. That's a $12,000 difference, $1,000 every single month. If Sarah invests that $1,000 monthly at a conservative 8% annual return, she'll have over $589,000 in 20 years and over $950,000 in 25. Mark has memories of nice dinners. Sarah has financial independence. That one decision to control the big three is $1 million decision. But minimizing your big expenses is only half the battle. The real trap is something the financial industry has perfected, and it's rule number 2. Rule number 2, kill the monthly payment mentality. The most dangerous phrase in finance isn't stock market crash, but low monthly payment. Our consumer culture thrives on this illusion. A car dealership sells an $800 a month payment, not a $60,000 truck. A furniture store sells $99 per month for 60 months, not a $5,000 sofa. Focusing on monthly payments disconnects your brain from the total cost, anesthetizing you to financial pain. You think, I can swing $800 a month, ignoring I'm going $70,000 into debt for a depreciating asset. This trick keeps you a perpetual debtor, always sending part of your paycheck to a lender. Let's put some concrete numbers on this. Consider that $800 a month truck payment, a 72-month loan, 6 years chained to a vehicle. Now consider the opportunity cost. What if, instead, you bought a reliable $10,000 used car with cash and invested $800 monthly? At an 8% return, after just those 6 years, you'd have over $73,000. If you keep the paid-off car another 10 years, investing $800 monthly, you'd have over $347,000. Over 30 years, that's over $1.1 million from a single truck payment. Mark drives the shiny new truck, looking and feeling successful. Sarah drives her paid-for, boring sedan, looking normal. But every month, she quietly invests the truck payment equivalent, building a fortress of wealth. Mark drives his retirement fund to the grocery store. This is the hidden cost of looking rich. It's not just the money you spend. It's the millions of dollars that money could have earned for you if you had put it to work. Now, avoiding this trap is critical. But there's another, more modern threat that comes with visible wealth, which brings us to rule number 3. Rule number 3, build a moat of invisibility. In the digital age, looking rich is dangerous, not just expensive. Flaunting wealth, a new car, luxury vacation, or expensive watch on social media paints a giant target on your back. The surprising insight: true security comes from obscurity, not just alarm systems or strong passwords. The less people know about your financial situation, the safer you are. The mechanism is twofold. First, the digital threat. Cybercriminals scour social media for targets. They seek posts from luxury locations, expensive purchases, or business success to craft sophisticated phishing attacks, whaling. They use these details to impersonate you or gain account access. Someone who looks poor is a poor target. There's no visible reward for the hacker. Second, the social threat. Perceived wealth changes dynamics with friends, family, and acquaintances. You become the go-to for unpaid loans, face resentment or jealousy, and are expected to pick up checks. This creates constant stress, straining relationships. You question if people like you or for what they can get. Truly wealthy individuals understand this. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,000. Mark Zuckerberg drives a Volkswagen. They know financial invisibility is a superpower, granting peace of mind. Consider 2 outcomes. The social media influencer posting a new Rolex from a high-rise gets likes, scammer DMs, and a cousin asking for $5,000 for a can't-miss business. The stealthy wealth builder with 10 times the net worth posts a picture of their golden retriever. They get 50 likes from real friends and 0 scam attempts. Their relationships are authentic because money isn't a factor. One has temporary validation, the other permanent peace. But the biggest reason to look poor has nothing to do with security or even investing. It's about buying the one thing money is actually for. That's rule number 4. Rule number 4, understand the true currency is freedom. We fundamentally misunderstand money's purpose. We chase it to buy things, a bigger house, faster car, designer handbag, believing they bring happiness. They do, briefly. Remember that thrill of a new purchase? A week later, it's just a thing. The excitement fades. You're chasing the wrong thing. Money's ultimate goal isn't to buy more stuff. It's to buy your time back. It's freedom. Every dollar spent on a status symbol, to look rich, is a dollar lost to buying freedom. High overhead is a golden cage. A huge mortgage, car payments, and high lifestyle costs make you utterly paycheck dependent. You're chained to your job, unable to take risks, start a business, travel for a year, or leave a toxic boss. You must show up daily to feed the machine. Low overhead, the hallmark of looking poor, unlocks the cage. Low expenses change everything. Let's use some numbers. Consider person A, $7,000 monthly expenses. They need a $42,000 emergency fund for 6 months. To retire using the 4% rule, they need a $2.1 million portfolio to cover their lifestyle. Person B intentionally keeps expenses at $4,000 monthly. Their 6-month emergency fund is $24,000, much easier to save. Their retirement number is only $1.2 million. This low-cost lifestyle means they need almost $1 million less to achieve freedom from work, getting there years, even decades sooner. This is FU money, enough in the bank to walk away from situations compromising your integrity or happiness. It's the power to say no. The person with the new Mercedes and massive mortgage lacks it. The one with a paid-off Toyota and hefty investment account has it. One person has the appearance of freedom. The other has the reality of it. That's the entire game. But how do you know if you're on the right track? How do you measure your progress? That brings us to our final and most actionable rule. Rule number 5, define your wealth score. The world measures success by income. He's a $400,000 doctor. He must be rich. But income is a terrible wealth measure. It's not about how much you make, but how much you keep, and how well your money works for you. We need a better metric. The Millionaire Next Door provides one, a simple formula for expected net worth based on age and income. It reveals if you're a prodigious accumulator of wealth, PAW, or an under-accumulator of wealth, UAW. Here's the formula. Take your age, multiply it by your annual pre-tax income from all sources. Then divide that number by 10. The result is what your net worth should be. Age times annual pre-tax income divided by 10 equals expected net worth. Example. Age 40, earning $100,000 annually. 40 times $100,000 divided by 10 equals $400,000. This is your expected net worth. This is your benchmark. If your actual net worth is significantly higher, for example, $600,000 plus, you're a prodigious accumulator of wealth, brilliant at converting income into wealth. You're a Sarah. If significantly lower, for example, $200,000 or less, you're an under-accumulator of wealth, great at making money, but not keeping it. You're a mark. The formula cuts through noise, ignoring your car or house size. It's a cold, hard look at your financial reality. Consider two people. A 50-year-old surgeon earns $500,000. Expected net worth: $50 times $500,000 divided by 10 equals $2.5 million. But with a massive house, 3 luxury cars, and private school for kids, her actual net worth is $1 million. She's a classic UAW, looks rich, but far behind. Now, a 50-year-old public school teacher earning $70,000. Expected net worth: $50 times $70,000 divided 10 equals $350,000. Living modestly, maxing retirement accounts, and owning a small, paid-off house, his actual net worth is $1 million. He is a paw. Who is truly wealthier, the rich-looking UAW surgeon or the poor-looking paw teacher? The answer is clear. The one who mastered looking poor is winning the game. Your choices today echo for decades. Every day you choose between two futures: the temporary thrill of looking rich, a new car, bigger house, stranger's glance, or the permanent freedom of being wealthy, security, peace of mind, control over your time. Your future self is watching. They'll either thank you for today's quiet discipline and strategic sacrifices, or look back with regret, wondering where the money went. The choice is yours. If this video changed the way you think about wealth, hit that subscribe button. It tells us we're on the right track. And in the comments below, tell me one thing you're going to change to prioritize being wealthy over looking rich. Let's start the conversation.